Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's Tribute USA. We're so glad to have you here with us today. In this video, we're honoring the incredible legends who have recently left us. These remarkable individuals touched so many lives, and their legacies will live on forever. Before we begin, please support our channel by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss our future tributes. Your support truly means a lot to us. Now, let's come together to celebrate and remember these unforgettable icons. Let's get started.
Sharon Chuter was born on October 12, 1985, in Nigeria, where her journey in beauty began long before she became a global icon. Raised in a country rich in culture and history, Sharon's early life was shaped by the vibrancy and diversity of Nigeria. From a young age, she had a deep passion for beauty, fashion, and self-expression, which eventually led her to pursue a career in the beauty industry. However, it wasn't until she gained international experience working with major brands like L'Oreal and Estée Lauder that she recognized the systemic lack of diversity and inclusivity in the beauty world. This realization sparked a fire within her to create something that would truly represent everyone, regardless of skin tone, background, or identity. In 2019, Sharon took a bold leap and founded Uome Beauty, a brand born out of her desire to disrupt the industry and challenge the beauty standards that had long been established. Woma, which means beautiful in the Igbo language, became a celebration of inclusivity, offering an extensive range of shades for every skin tone, from the lightest to the deepest. It wasn't just a brand, it was a movement that redefined what it meant to be beautiful in the modern world. Sharon's vision was clear: beauty should be for everyone, and it should embrace the uniqueness of each individual. She created products that weren't just about makeup, but about self-expression and empowerment. The world took notice of Sharon's work when Woma Beauty introduced its groundbreaking Say What foundation in 2020. It wasn't just a new product. It was a game-changer. With an unparalleled range of shades, the foundation spoke directly to the heart of what Sharon had always believed: true beauty is diverse, and everyone deserves to see themselves reflected in the products they use. Woma Beauty quickly became known for its innovative approach to beauty, blending luxury with accessibility, and its bold campaigns that featured real diverse people instead of just models. Sharon's messaging was unapologetic: beauty is about being authentic, embracing imperfections, and celebrating the diversity that makes us all unique. Sharon's journey was not without its challenges, but her passion and drive to create a more inclusive beauty industry kept her moving forward. Woma Beauty became a symbol of empowerment for people of color, particularly Black women, who had long been excluded from mainstream beauty standards. Sharon herself became an icon of resilience, proving that with vision and determination, one can build something that not only changes an industry, but impacts culture at large. Her legacy is not just in the products she created, or the company she built, but in the conversations she sparked and the doors she opened for others. Sharon Chuter wasn't just a beauty mogul, she was a catalyst for change. Her impact will forever be felt in the beauty world, where the concept of beauty has been broadened to include all people, no matter their background or appearance. Sharon's message, Black, bold, and beautiful, will continue to resonate for generations to come. Though Sharon Chuter is no longer with us, her legacy lives on through Uome Beauty and the countless individuals who were empowered by her work. She showed the world that beauty is more than skin deep. It's about embracing who you are and feeling confident in your own skin. Sharon's vision and her contribution to the beauty industry will never be forgotten, and she will always be remembered as a true legend, a pioneer who made beauty a more inclusive and empowering space for everyone. Rest in power, Sharon. You changed the world. Jaswinder Bala was born on May 4, 1960, in the city of Hoshiarpur, Punjab, India. From an early age, he exhibited a keen interest in performing arts, and his sharp wit and sense of humor were evident even in his school days. Growing up in Punjab, Jaswinder was surrounded by the rich culture of traditional music, theater, and folk comedy, which would eventually influence his career in comedy and acting. After completing his studies, he pursued a career in teaching, but his love for comedy never faded. It wasn't long before Jaswinder Bala transitioned into the world of acting and comedy, where he would soon become a household name. He initially began his career in theater, performing in various plays, but his true breakthrough came with Punjabi cinema. His timing, expressions, and impeccable delivery made him a standout in the film industry, where he quickly gained recognition for his ability to make audiences laugh effortlessly. Jaswinder's career in the entertainment industry took off in the early 1990s, but it was his role in the hit Punjabi film series, Jat and Juliet, that cemented his status as one of the top comedians in the region. His collaboration with fellow actors, such as Gurpreet Guggi and Binu Dillon, further boosted his career, making him a beloved figure in Punjabi films. His roles in these films, often portraying quirky and humorous characters, made him a favorite of audiences of all ages. However, it wasn't just his film career that made him famous. Jaswinder Bala also became a prominent television personality and a regular fixture on various comedy shows. His work on the popular comedy show SGS and Jahaku made him a household name, and his unique style of humor, a blend of puns, wordplay, and slapstick, had a lasting impact on Punjabi comedy. With his natural flair for comedy and his ability to make even the most mundane situations hilarious, Jaswinder Bala became a favorite among audiences who loved his down-to-earth, relatable humor. What set Jaswinder apart was his versatility. He could switch from playing a goofy character in a comedy scene to portraying a more serious or emotional role without missing a beat. This ability to connect with his audience on multiple levels, while never losing his signature charm, made him an unforgettable figure in Indian entertainment. Through his career, Jaswinder Bala appeared in dozens of Punjabi films and television shows, with his signature comedic style being both appreciated and adored by millions. His performances in films like Carry On Jatta, Lucky D, Unlucky Story, and Mund UKD showcased his immense talent, and his ability to bring humor into any character he portrayed made him one of the most sought-after actors in the Punjabi film industry. Despite his fame, Jaswinder remained a humble and grounded individual. Known for his simplicity and warm nature off-screen, he was a true pioneer in the world of Punjabi comedy and made significant contributions to the film and television industry. Jaswinder Bala was not just a comedian, he was a legend who, through his characters and impeccable timing, left a mark on the hearts of his fans that will last for generations. Even today, his legacy continues to inspire young comedians and actors, especially in the Punjabi entertainment industry. He was one of the first to carve a niche for Punjabi humor on the national stage, and his work continues to be cherished by audiences who love his unique comedic style. Whether it was through his hilarious roles in films or his unforgettable performances on television, Jaswinder Bala's career was a testament to his talent, dedication, and love for making people laugh. Jaswinder Bala's legacy will always remain as a true pioneer in the world of comedy and a shining example of how humor can bring people together, transcend boundaries, and create unforgettable moments. His contributions to the Punjabi entertainment industry will never be forgotten, and he will always be remembered as a legendary comedian whose laughter will echo for years to come. Frank Caprio was born on November 23, 1936, in the heart of Providence, Rhode Island, where his legacy as a beloved figure would later take root. From his early years, Frank's life was marked by a deep commitment to justice and public service. He grew up in a working-class Italian-American family, where the values of fairness, hard work, and respect for others were instilled in him from a young age. This foundation would guide him throughout his career, and it would ultimately lead him to one of the most respected roles in his city judge of the Providence Municipal Court. Caprio's path to the judiciary wasn't immediate. After attending Brown University and Boston College Law School, he spent several years as a practicing attorney, but it was his passion for serving his community that led him to pursue a career in public office. In 1985, Frank Caprio was appointed to the Providence Municipal Court, and it was there that his approach to justice began to shine. Known for his compassionate demeanor and his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, Judge Caprio quickly gained a reputation for being both fair and empathetic. His courtroom was a place where defendants could see justice not only in the form of the law, but in the understanding of their circumstances. He wasn't just about doling out sentences, he was about giving people the chance to make things right, offering second chances when deserved. However, it wasn't until the show Caught in Providence began airing in 2005 that Frank Caprio truly became a household name. The reality courtroom show, which filmed cases in his courtroom, brought Judge Caprio's unique brand of justice to an audience far beyond Providence. The show captured his interactions with defendants in a lighthearted yet impactful way, showcasing his fairness, kindness, and sharp wit. Caprio's ability to balance seriousness with humor made him a likable and relatable figure, and it wasn't long before he became a viral sensation. What set Frank Caprio apart was his genuine care for the people who appeared before him. His interactions were marked by respect, and he often took the time to listen to people's stories and offer them advice. He was known to dismiss tickets when the circumstances called for it, always with the understanding that life could be difficult, and sometimes, people just needed a break. Judge Caprio became not only a symbol of justice but a symbol of humanity and understanding in a system often criticized for being impersonal and harsh. Throughout his career, Frank Caprio earned the respect of not only those who appeared before him but of his colleagues and the wider public. His role on Caught in Providence made him a media sensation, with clips from the show circulating widely on social media where fans praised his fairness and sense of humor. His show became a platform where people saw real moments of empathy and justice unfolding, and it resonated deeply with viewers across the country and beyond. Even with his newfound fame, Frank Caprio remained grounded in his roots. His love for Providence and his commitment to serving its people never wavered. He continued to serve as a judge with a deep sense of duty and a profound understanding of the human condition. Judge Caprio was not just a figure of authority. He was a role model for how the law should be applied fairly, with empathy, and with an understanding of the complexities of human life. Judge Frank Caprio's legacy is not just in the rulings he made, but in the way he redefined what it means to serve in the judiciary. His balance of authority and compassion made him a true legend, not only in Providence but across the nation. Frank Caprio will always be remembered as the judge who reminded us all that justice isn't just about the law, it's about the people who are affected by it. His contributions will continue to inspire both current and future generations of judges and public servants. His legacy is one of fairness, kindness, and humanity, and for that, Frank Caprio will forever be a legend in the hearts of those who knew him and those who watched him. Brent Hinds, born on January 16, 1974, in Memphis, Tennessee, is a name that resonates deeply within the heavy metal world, especially for fans of the legendary band Mastodon. From his early years, Brent showed a natural affinity for music, and his love for the guitar was undeniable. Growing up in the South, he was surrounded by a variety of musical influences. From the raw power of rock to the intricate structures of progressive metal, his diverse musical tastes and unique approach to guitar playing would eventually help shape Mastodon into one of the most innovative bands in modern metal history. Brent's journey into music began at a young age, and by his teenage years, he had already formed a connection to the heavy, groovy riffs that would define his future sound. In the early 2000s, Brent met the members who would become his band. In Mastodon, Troy Sanders, Brand Daler, and Bill Kelleher. Together, they forged a sound that would blend progressive metal, sludge, and thrash, while incorporating elements of psychedelia and stoner rock. It was with Mastodon that Brent truly began to hone his craft and showcase his exceptional talent as a guitarist. As one of the founding members of Mastodon, Brent was integral in shaping the band's distinctive sound, which was characterized by complex time signatures, deep grooves, and a mix of clean and harsh vocals. His unique style blended heavy riffs with intricate melodies, and his ability to seamlessly switch between technical solos and crushing, groove-laden sections became a hallmark of Mastodon's sound. The band's early albums, especially Remission 2002 and Leviathan 2004, established them as one of the most exciting bands in the metal scene, and Brent's guitar work was central to their success. The breakthrough album Leviathan, a concept album inspired by Herman Melville's Moby Dick, featured some of Brent's most iconic guitar work. Tracks like Blood and Thunder and Iron Tusk showcased his innovative approach to heavy music, blending technical precision with raw emotion. Mastodon's sound was evolving, and Brent's influence continued to grow, making him a standout figure in the metal community. His ability to push boundaries and experiment with new sounds, while remaining deeply rooted in the core principles of heavy music, made him a guitarist who was both revered and respected. Mastodon's success continued to skyrocket, with later albums like Crack the Sky 2009 and The Hunter 2011, further solidifying the band's place in the metal pantheon. These albums marked a more progressive and experimental direction, and Brent's guitar work became even more expansive and layered. Tracks like Oblivion and Curl of the Burl highlighted his ability to blend melodic passages with blistering riffs, and his contributions to Mastodon's unique songwriting style were crucial in defining the band's sound. In addition to his work with Mastodon, Brent Hinds also pursued other musical endeavors. He formed the side project Giraffe Tongue Soup, where he could explore different sounds and musical ideas outside of the Mastodon framework. Though Mastodon remained his primary focus, these side projects further showcased his diverse musical talents and love for experimentation. Despite his success, Brent's journey hasn't been without its challenges. Known for his wild persona and occasional controversial moments, he became as infamous as he was famous. Yet, it was this larger-than-life character and unapologetic individuality that made him a beloved figure in the heavy metal community. Fans not only admired his technical skill, but also appreciated his authenticity and the fearless approach he brought to both his music and his personal life. Today, Brent Hinds remains a key figure in Mastodon, whose influence extends far beyond the band itself. He has helped shape a generation of metal musicians and has inspired countless guitarists to push the limits of their instrument. Mastodon's combination of progressive complexity and brutal heaviness, along with Brent's signature guitar style, has ensured that their place in metal history is secure. Brent Hinds will always be remembered as a visionary guitarist and a founding force behind Mastodon's rise to fame. His influence on modern metal is profound, and his legacy as one of the genre's most innovative and respected guitarists will continue to inspire for years to come. Humpy Wheeler, born on January 22, 1939, in Charlotte, North Carolina, was destined to leave an indelible mark on the world of motorsports. Growing up in the heart of NASCAR country, Humpy developed a passion for racing at an early age. Surrounded by the roar of engines and the thrill of competition, his love for motorsports led him to pursue a career in a field that would forever change the landscape of American racing. Wheeler's career in motorsports didn't begin as a driver. Instead, he became a master of the business side of racing, an exceptional promoter, and a visionary. His true breakthrough came in the 1960s, when he started working with Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of NASCAR's most iconic tracks. In a world where race promotion was still in its infancy, Humpy Wheeler was a revolutionary force who understood the importance of entertainment, spectacle, and the connection between the fans and the sport. In the early years of his career, Humpy focused on the logistics of race promotion, but it was his creative vision and bold ideas that elevated him to legendary status. Under his leadership, Charlotte Motor Speedway transformed from a standard racetrack into a state-of-the-art venue, capable of holding over 160,000 spectators. Wheeler's ability to innovate and engage the audience turned Charlotte into one of the most famous racetracks in the world, from introducing night races to making the NASCAR experience more accessible and exciting for fans. Humpy was at the forefront of pushing NASCAR into the mainstream. His work was not just about making races thrilling to watch, but also about creating an atmosphere that brought fans closer to the action. Wheeler's signature was his ability to generate excitement off the track as much as on it. From bringing in celebrity appearances to creating elaborate pre-race shows, he understood the importance of spectacle and entertainment in modern motors. His promotional skills were unparalleled, and his ability to turn ordinary race weekends into full-blown events with massive fan engagement became the blueprint for how motorsports would be presented in the future. Humpy's innovations didn't stop at Charlotte. He became involved in the promotion of multiple NASCAR events across the country, and his ability to market and grow the sport was unmatched. Wheeler understood that NASCAR had the potential to reach a wider audience beyond its traditional fan base, and he worked tirelessly to push the sport into the mainstream. He wasn't just promoting races, he was creating a cultural phenomenon that would span generations. One of the most notable achievements of Wheeler's career came when he pioneered the concept of the night race at Charlotte in 1992. This innovation not only became an annual highlight of the NASCAR season, but also marked a turning point in the way races were presented to the public. The spectacle of a night race, with the track lit up under floodlights and the thrill of high-speed action after dark, became one of NASCAR's most iconic traditions. Wheeler's influence didn't just come from his promotional work, but from his overall dedication to improving the NASCAR experience. His approach to motorsports wasn't just about business. It was about growing the sport in ways that would leave a lasting impact on fans, drivers, and the industry itself. His ability to create memorable experiences for fans and to maintain the integrity of the sport made him one of the most respected figures in NASCAR history. As the years went on, Humpy Wheeler's name became synonymous with the growth and success of NASCAR, and his reputation as a visionary in motorsports promotion was cemented. He wasn't just a promoter. He was a legend, a figure whose ideas shaped the future of motorsports and whose passion for the sport resonated with fans and drivers alike. Even after his retirement, Wheeler's influence continued to be felt throughout the NASCAR community. He remained a trusted advisor and an important voice in the sport's development. His legacy as a promoter, innovator, and NASCAR legend lives on, and he will forever be remembered as one of the driving forces behind the sport's rise to prominence. Humpy Wheeler's impact on NASCAR and motorsports promotion is undeniable. He was a man ahead of his time, someone who understood the importance of both the race and the spectacle that surrounds it. His contributions helped shape NASCAR into the global and mainstream phenomenon it is today, and his legacy will continue to inspire promoters, fans, and future generations of motorsports enthusiasts. James Dobson was born on April 21, 1936, in Shreveport, Louisiana, into a family that would shape his future as one of the most influential conservative Christian leaders in America. From an early age, Dobson developed a deep interest in the teachings of Christianity and the importance of family values. Raised in a religious household, he was profoundly influenced by his Christian faith, which would go on to become the cornerstone of his life's work. After completing his education, Dobson earned a PhD in child development from the University of Southern California, where he gained valuable insights into the psychology of children and family dynamics. It was in the early 1970s that Dobson's influence began to be felt on a broader scale. His work as a child psychologist had already made him a sought-after speaker, but his voice truly resonated with evangelical Christians when he began writing books and giving public speeches on family issues. His groundbreaking book, Dare to Discipline 1970, became an instant hit among Christian parents, offering advice on child rearing based on his research and biblical principles. Dobson's approach emphasized discipline, structure, and the importance of strong family values, themes that would define much of his later work. In 1977, Dobson founded Focus on the Family, an organization designed to support and encourage traditional family structures and Christian values. What started as a small radio broadcast quickly grew into a national movement, with Focus on the Family becoming one of the most recognized and powerful conservative Christian organizations in the country. The organization provided resources on marriage, parenting, and personal well-being, and its programs and materials reached millions of families across the globe. Dobson's role as the founder of Focus on the Family cemented his position as a leader within the religious right movement, particularly in the 1980s and 1990s. His views on marriage, abortion, and family dynamics became a central part of the conservative Christian agenda, influencing both religious communities and national politics. Through the radio program, which became one of the most widely listened to Christian broadcasts in the world, Dobson advocated for a range of issues, from the sanctity of marriage to the importance of parental control over children's upbringing. One of Dobson's defining characteristics was his ability to blend psychological research with biblical principles in a way that resonated with everyday Christians. He presented himself as both a compassionate family expert and a steadfast advocate for traditional values, earning him a loyal following among conservative families. His teachings often emphasized personal responsibility, the importance of prayer, and the idea that strong, biblically grounded families were essential for a stable society. Dobson's influence extended far beyond his radio show. Through books, videos, and public speaking engagements, he became one of the most prominent faces of the Christian right. His books, such as The Strong-Willed Child, Love for a Lifetime, and Bringing Up Boys, became bestsellers, offering practical advice for Christian parents and reinforcing the idea that strong, disciplined families were the bedrock of a moral society. His messages resonated deeply with evangelical Christians, and his views on family values helped shape public opinion on topics like abortion, same-sex marriage, and divorce. Dobson's influence in politics also cannot be overstated. As a vocal supporter of conservative candidates, especially during the 1980s and 1990s, he became a key figure in the religious right's rise to power. His organization, Focus on the Family, helped to galvanize conservative Christian voters, and he used his platform to advocate for policies that aligned with his vision of a biblically grounded society. His influence reached into the White House, where he was often consulted by Republican administrations on issues related to family values and religious freedom. Despite facing criticism for his conservative views on topics such as gay rights and abortion, Dobson remained unwavering in his convictions. His legacy is one of advocacy for traditional family values, and he helped to mold the Christian conservative movement into a powerful political and social force. His work with Focus on the Family continued well into the 2000s, with the organization expanding its outreach to include counseling services, educational resources, and a host of other programs aimed at strengthening families. Though Dobson stepped down from the day-to-day operations of Focus on the Family in 2009, his influence remained significant. He left a legacy of cultural and political change that continues to shape the landscape of American Christianity. His work, both in the field of psychology and in the realm of conservative Christian politics, has made him one of the most significant and controversial figures in modern American religious life. James Dobson will always be remembered as a pioneer in the movement to preserve traditional family values and a voice for millions of Christians who believed in the importance of biblical teachings in every aspect of life. His influence, through Focus on the Family and beyond, helped to shape a generation of Christians and leave an imprint on the cultural and political fabric of the United States.